The honourable member from Kamloops Thompson Caribou. Order.
Speaker, 8-year-old Tori Stafford was brutally and viciously murdered by Terry Lynn McClintock and her boyfriend in a sexually motivated killing. Currently, McClintock lives in a townhouse-style jail in Ontario in medium security. That jail also houses a mother-child program. When I visited there, I was appalled to see that there were children in that jail at that security level in the townhouse-style complex. How could this Liberal government allow child killers in the same jail as children?
The Honourable Minister for Public Security.
Mr. Speaker, the safety of children who participate in this long-standing mother-child program is obviously a top priority for the Correctional Service. There are rigorous eligibility criteria in place to participate in this program. It includes child welfare screening completed by Provincial Family Services, as well as ensuring that people residing in the mother-child living unit have not been convicted of any offence against a child. Mr. Speaker, my colleague knows this program has been in existence for 24 years, and no child has ever been harmed in any way during this program's implementation.
The honourable member from Kamloops Thompson Caribou.
Mr. Speaker, these living units are townhouses literally right next to each other. And if they're going to screen people, why aren't they screening the sex offender killer that lives next door? Mr. Speaker, this is the time to show courage and not cowardice, and this minister is doing the complete opposite. This comes back to Bill C-83 that allowed people like McClintock, Bernardo, and Rafferty to serve their sentences in the least restrictive measure. Victims are owed an apology. Is this minister going to reverse these failed policies and get rid of children with sex offenders?
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, this member does a disservice and is disrespectful to the victims of these very people he keeps naming in this House of Commons. Mr. Speaker, the persons he just named are inmates in federal correctional facilities. He pretends that the most important criteria for their incarceration is not the public safety of Canadians. He knows that that's false, and he does a disservice to continually name these people in the House of Commons. We're thinking of the victims of these horrible people and don't think that he should continually drag their names out in this House.
The honourable member from Peterborough-Kawartha.
Tori Stafford was 8 years old when she was lured from school by a monster. Tori never made it home. She was beaten, tortured, sexually assaulted, and murdered by Terry Lynn McClintock and Michael Rafferty. Today, Terry Lynn McClintock lives in a cozy townhouse with free access to the mother-child program. Yes, you heard that correctly. A child killer has free access to children in prison. In what universe is this okay?
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member knows that the facts that she just alleged are entirely fabricated. She says, Mr. Speaker, in what universe would that
I'm going to invite the honourable minister to withdraw that comment because saying that someone has told a deliberate falsehood in this place is not considered parliamentary. So I'll ask the honourable member to order. I'll invite the honourable minister to withdraw those comments and to start from the top.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to withdraw those words. Mr. Speaker, I think it's important for honourable members in this House that allege a series of circumstances to be sure that they're accurate. And when the honourable member says in what scenario would that particular conduct that she alleges be appropriate, The answer, Mr. Speaker, is in no scenario in Canada. So she can wonder why she keeps talking about issues that she knows are entirely inaccurate, Mr. Speaker.
I'm going to ask the honourable member from Kamloops, Thompson, Caribou to please not take this is for the second time today, and I'd ask him not to take the floor unless recognized by the Speaker, which he has been for questions. L'honorable député de Bellechasse.
The honourable member for Bellechasse-les-Etchemins-Lévis. Mr. Speaker, the Liberal government is rewarding criminals and turning its back on victims. Bail and house arrest for dangerous criminals is beyond comprehension. The latest discouraging indication of a broken system, the case of a woman who sexually abused and killed an 8-year-old girl who can now have access to children in prison, courtesy of this government, which has passed laws that make life easy for dangerous people. Why does the Liberal government let child killers have contact with kids in prison, Mr. Speaker? The Honourable Minister of Public Safety. Mr. Speaker, at no time will the government allow that type of scenario to occur. My colleague knows full well that the program she referred to has been around since 2001, Mr. Speaker. So all the years under the former Harper government, that program was in existence. The top priority, of course, is the safety of the children, and I have full confidence that the Correctional Service will apply that criterion